Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive on something pretty important.
Yeah.
It's hypertension.
Right.
You know, a lot of people know it as the silent killer.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be looking at some stuff from this article, The Silent Killer. How to recognize early signs of hypertension.
Okay.
Really, what we want to do today is figure out why this is such a dangerous condition.
Right.
We're going to figure out what to watch for.
Yeah.
What signs to look for.
Absolutely.
And really, most importantly, what you can do to deal with it.
Right.
And I think the really scary part about this whole thing is that a lot of people have it and they don't even know.
Exactly. And that's why it's called the silent killer.
Right.
But before we get into all the scary stuff,
Yeah.
let's just clarify what we're talking about here. So
Right.
we're talking about the force of your blood against your artery walls.
Okay.
Think of it like a highway. Too many cars, everybody's speeding. There's going to be some wear and tear on that road.
Wow.
So we all know 140/90 is that number everybody talks about.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? I can never remember.
Yeah, so 140, that's your systolic pressure.
Okay.
That's the peak force when your heart beats.
Right.
And then 90 is the diastolic. That's like in between the beats
Okay.
when your heart's resting.
Gotcha.
So 140/90, that's where we start to get concerned about damage.
So, like, what kind of damage are we talking about?
Damage to your arteries, your heart, your brain, you name it.
Wow. So this is serious stuff.
Yeah, and again, you might not even feel a thing.
So it's just kind of slowly chipping away at your health and you don't even know.
Exactly.
That's terrifying.
It is.
So is this like an older person thing, or can like younger people get it too?
Well, age is definitely a factor,
Right.
family history too.
Mhm.
But I'm seeing more and more young people with hypertension now.
Really?
Yeah, and it's interesting. There was a study that found that just cutting back on your salt,
Oh.
like by a teaspoon a day,
A teaspoon.
yeah,
Wow.
it can be as effective as taking a low-dose blood pressure medication.
That's wild. So like diet is a big thing then.
Absolutely.
Okay, but if it's silent, how are you supposed to know you have it?
Right. Good question.
Like what are the warning signs?
Well, this article talks about 5 key signs.
Okay.
Persistent headaches,
Ugh.
especially in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Dizziness.
Okay.
It comes out of nowhere.
Right.
Shortness of breath, even with light activity.
Okay.
Blurred vision,
Oh, wow.
and unusual fatigue.
So like if I take out the trash and need a nap, I should go get my blood pressure checked.
Well, not necessarily. These signs can be caused by lots of things.
Okay.
But the point is, listen to your body.
Oh.
If something feels off, get it checked out.
Yeah.
Don't ignore it.
Gotcha. Early detection.
Exactly.
So you mentioned genetics earlier.
Yeah.
Like what if it runs in my family? Am I just doomed?
Not at all.
Well,
This is where things get empowering.
Okay.
You can't change your genes. Can't change your age. But your lifestyle choices, those make a huge difference.
So like some things are predetermined, but I can still kind of write the rest of the story myself.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, so how do I do that? What are the biggest changes I can make?
Well, we talked about sodium,
Okay.
less processed foods, salty snacks. Watch out for that extra sprinkle of salt.
Okay, so like just being mindful of how much salt I'm eating.
Right. And then there's exercise.
Okay, here we go.
We're not talking marathons.
Mm-hmm.
Just get your heart rate up consistently.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like finding the time to exercise.
Right.
It's hard.
Think small, consistent wins.
Okay.
Take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Okay.
Walk while you're on the phone.
Right.
Little things like that.
Got you.
And don't underestimate stress management.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Chronic stress is like gasoline on a fire.
Always on the go, never slowing down.
Exactly.
So besides exercise, what can I do about stress?
Find what works for you. Mindfulness, meditation,
Mm-hmm.
deep breathing, spending time in nature.
Yeah.
Even just 5 minutes of focused relaxation can help.
Yeah. All right. So I'm eating better. I'm moving more. I'm chilling out.
Right.
How do I keep track of how I'm doing?
Home blood pressure monitors are really helpful.
Okay.
They're affordable and easy to use.
Yeah.
And you get instant feedback.
Knowledge is power. Right.
Exactly.
Okay. So if there's one thing our listeners should take away from this whole thing,
Yeah.
what should it be?
Hypertension is sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous,
Right.
but it doesn't have to control your life.
Okay.
You have the power to prevent it.
Yeah.
You have the power to manage it.
Okay.
Just imagine your future self thanking you for taking care of yourself today.
That's a really good point.
Right.
So listeners, we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What are you struggling with?
Absolutely.
What resonates with you?
Let us know.
Let's keep this conversation going. All right. That's it for our deep dive on hypertension. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having